Good evening from Joliet, Illinois, on the Sullivan Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis. It is round one of the CCAC tournament. Today, the top-seeded Saints of St. Francis take on the 8th-seeded Bees of St. Ambrose. I'm Terry Bonadonna on the call for today's matchup. Should be a good one today. The Saints won both regular season meetings, but they were both very close. Fighting Bees put up a good fight in both contests. In fact, the one at St. Ambrose came down to the final possession. So this one should be tight today as well, as the Saints take the opening possession. St. Francis in white, going from right to left and scoring the first points of the game. Aitor lays it in. Leading scorer for St. Francis this year. He averaged 16.3 points per contest during the regular season. St. Francis trying to pull off the double this year, winning both the conference regular season and tournament titles. Ramel Davis is called for the foul. They have already guaranteed a spot in the national tournament due to their regular season conference championship. They tied Indiana Northwest, but won the tiebreaker. Drive from Grant Mason. He kicks it outside. Guillermo Narbona misses the three. Fight for the rebound. Won by Anabadarte. Aitor Anabadarte starts for the Saints with the usual suspects: Ramel Davis, Delshawn Sims, Joffrey Nunnally, and Merrick Small. This is Small pounding it inside. He dribbles it off of his leg and out of bounds. It'll go to the Bees. Ray Shovlin's Fighting Bees line up today with Will Spriggs, Grant Mason, Atim Agat, Guillermo Narbona, and Ignacio Dacunda. Whistle before Will Spriggs can get it across half court. I think Aitor Anabadarte. Saints take possession, and Aitor Anabadarte checks back in for Connor Casper. Aggressive defense early in this game from St. Ambrose. They've already forced 3 turnovers. They've been very active. Merrick Small fakes the handoff to Nunnally, gives it to the wing, and Delshawn Sims. Anabadarte throws it away. There's the 4th turnover of the game committed by St. Francis. Ignacio Dacunda spins around Sims, can't get by Anabadarte. The senior from Spain comes up with the block. Nunnally, open 3 on the other end, short. Davis, offensive rebound, second chance, short again. Third chance is good as Anabadarte comes in with the tip. Offensive rebounds fueling St. Francis on that possession. Third opportunity, they finally made it go. 4 points for Anabadarte. Saints are within 3. Here's Spriggs. Swinging it around to the wing. This is Grant Mason. Mason gives it up outside. Agat with 10 to shoot. Fires underneath the basket to Mason. Shot clock running down. Mason posting up on Delshawn Sims. Turnaround, short. At the rim, rebounded by Sims. Delshawn Sims takes it the other way. Finds Nunnally. Corner 3. Short, looking for the tie. And it remains a 3-point lead for St. Ambrose, 4.5 minutes in. Saints have cleaned up their turnover problem a little bit over the last couple of minutes. Now just trying to get those shots to fall. Narbona fires it off to his left. Will Spriggs, step back 3. Spriggs misses off the front of the rim, and the rebound grabbed once again by Aitor Anabadarte. Ramel Davis looking for Nunnally, has him. Nunnally keeps it in bounds. Aitor Anabadarte, top of the key, eschews the screen, walks to the right, knocked away by Spriggs, and Spriggs has a steal and a foul called on Anabadarte. Will Spriggs is the reigning CCAC Defensive Player of the Week. He's showing off his skills early today. He walked off to the sideline, had to take the mask off, and was looked at by one of the trainers, but I'm not entirely clear on what the issue was. He's back out there right now. In fact, Ryan Marks going with his second unit primarily, but he does keep Anabadarte in a little bit longer than usual. Typically he would come out at this point. Joffrey Nunnally and Delshawn Sims remain in as well. It's just Ben Fatz and Don Joachim who come in. Down low, it's Narbona. Narbona looking outside for Dacunda, spins inside, and he's called for the travel. Nothing going on that possession. He just couldn't find any room. First time that the Bees have turned it over today. Saints have already coughed the ball up 5 times, so that's one of your big differences early in the game and the reason that St. Ambrose has the lead. Delshawn Sims gets the screen. Sims bounces inside, kicks out to Don Joachim on the cut. Nice fake from Joachim. Got himself in the air, but able to get the pass off to Joffrey Nunnally. Down low, it's Anabadarte feeding Sims. 3-ball, short. Rebound chased down by Don Joachim. Pull-up jumper from the mid-range, short. Rebound grab by St. Ambrose. St. Francis has been keeping possessions alive with offensive rebounds. Shots just not falling for them early on. They're only 3 of 9. Spriggs gives it up to Grant Mason. 5 starters still in the ball game for St. Ambrose. Desperate times call for desperate measures. He doesn't want to check out of the game. So we're ready to continue. We've had some weird delays early in this game. I feel confident in saying it'll be straight basketball from here on out. Austin Bourne, senior center from San Diego, is in off the bench for St. Ambrose. That's Bourne getting his first touch. He gives it back to Spriggs. Spriggs crosses over, jumper from the free throw line, rims out. Rebound goes to Aitor Anabadarte. Here's Don Joachim backing in on Spriggs. Joachim physical inside, and he's fouled on the floor. Foul is the first on Will Spriggs. It's the first on the Bees. Leads to an inbounds play from Richardson. He finds Anabadarte. Anabadarte misses off the glass, and a foul called on the loose ball. I think St. Ambrose had already secured the rebound before the foul was committed. It's on Don Joachim. I didn't see exactly what happened, but Austin Bourne is shaken up. He went down to the ground, and he's still on the ground underneath the basket. I spoke too soon. Will not be straight basketball from here on out. Another weird stoppage because, injuries are part of the game, but that really wasn't even an active ball foul, so I don't know what happened. Again, I missed it personally. I didn't see what Don Joachim did to Austin Bourne that had him shaken up like that. Bourne is going to check out of the game. Guillermo Narbona comes in, but Bourne is still lying on the ground right behind the basket. So he'll have to clear the floor before we're ready to continue. And in the meantime, the teams go over to their bench to do a little talking. Bourne is up on his own, walking off the floor. And so we're ready to continue. 13:29 to play, first half. A lot of stops and starts in this first half. Spriggs picked up by Sean Richardson. Throws it to his right. This is Guillermo Narbona. Up top to Ignacio Dacunda. Dacunda turnaround in the lane, off the rim. Fight for the rebound, won by Grant Mason, knocked out of his hands, but held on to by Guillermo Narbona. St. Ambrose does get the reset. Narbona into the corner. Grant Mason for 3. Short. Neither team can score right now. Big drought for St. Ambrose, but another offensive rebound. Third chance of the possession, and finally they get one to go. First points for St. Ambrose in over 4 minutes. Really didn't harm them very much. The Saints haven't scored in over 3 minutes. Back to a 5-point game, matching the largest lead for the Fighting Bees. Out of the hands of Aitor Anabadarte and taken away by St. Ambrose. Narbona drives on Ben Fatz, kicks it out. Spriggs fakes the 3, now fires the open 3 and misses it. Offensive rebound again. The offensive boards did wonders for the Saints early, but as this first half has continued, St. Ambrose has picked up their rebounding game. Atim Agat for 3 off the backboard. Not a great looking shot there from Agat, who did hit a 3 earlier. Bounced inside Nick Nigo. Out into the corner, Sean Richardson, and a steal. Richardson's pass is taken away by Will Spriggs. Spriggs takes it the other way, and he's fouled by Nick Nigo. Foul was in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line for 2. 12:03 to play in the first half. St. Ambrose by 5. St. Francis is all out of sorts offensively. Just 8 minutes into the game, they've got a whopping 7 turnovers, and they're just 3 of 10 from the field. Really tough start today for the Saints, but they only trail by 5. Spriggs can make it 7 from the line here, and his first free throw is good. Will Spriggs, an excellent free throw shooter, leading scorer this season. Averages 15 points per game and has already displayed very good on defense as well. Spriggs makes the second free throw. He goes 2 for 2. 13-6, St. Ambrose has their biggest lead of the half. Sean Richardson marches across half court. Richardson throws it to the wing. Aitor Anabadarte back up top, Ben Fats. Looking in the post for Ramel Davis. They're able to get it to him against a double team. He throws to the cutting Fats, back outside. Into the corner, Aitor Anabadarte fakes the three. Drives on Narbona, loses the ball, knocked out of bounds. Narbona touched it last. Saints possession, just 6 seconds on the shot clock. Another possession that's not going their way. We'll see if they're able to salvage something out of it. A little too much jawing going back and forth between the two teams. Ben Fats, corner three, short. Rebound deflected and brought in by Narbona grabbed that rebound. St. Francis's drought goes on. They have not scored now in 5 minutes. Narbona backs in, kicks it up top. That's Colin Wainscott. Sophomore from Oswego missing the three. Saints are fortunate only to be down by 7 right now. St. Ambrose not shooting very well either. Ben Fats is fouled and he'll go to the line. So a chance for the Fighting Saints to snap out of their scoring funk here. Last time they scored, there were more than 16 minutes on the clock. Ben Fats is at the free throw line. His first shot misses. Fats fired a three a moment ago. He's only made one all year. St. Ambrose left him open. And turned out to be a good move on their part. Now he's at the free throw line, struggling with his shot again. Not a bad free throw shooter. 68% for the year. But he misses them both here. Almost 5.5 minutes now since the last time the Saints scored. St. Ambrose has not pulled away. Still a close game. Sean Richardson is called for the foul on Will Spriggs away from the basket. That's number 5 on St. Francis. 10:51 to play. Merrick Small back in the game. Kieran Farrell inbounds it. Austin Bourne is back in the game for St. Ambrose. Will Spriggs fires a three. Short. Fight for the rebound, won by St. Ambrose. It's Narbona swinging it around Wainscott. Colin Wainscott crosses over, drives on Nigo. Tough fadeaway shot, rolled off the top of the backboard and in. St. Francis is not playing their game early on, but some things you can't defend. Lucky bounce from Colin Wainscott on an aggressive drive. And the Bees lead is up to 9. Down low, Merrick Small working one-on-one against Bourne. Narbona comes in to help. Small kicks it outside. Anabadarte drains the three. A badly needed three-pointer for St. Francis. Their drought of over 6 minutes is over. And their deficit now is only 6. 15-9, under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Wainscott crosses over on Nigo, gets to the free throw line, pulls up and sends it to the corner. Narbona tried to get Merrick Small in the air. Back up top, Austin Bourne. Line drive three-pointer, hits the front of the rim and ricochets out of bounds. Austin Bourne misses the three-pointer, and that takes us to a timeout. 9:36 to play in the half. Slow offensive start to this game. Aitor Anabadarte comes back in. That's the guy you want to throw to with 1 on the shot clock. Either get above somebody on a tip or get a quick catch. A little shoving going on down low with Anabadarte and Ignacio Dacunda. Second time today the officials have had to blow the whistle to separate the two teams. Sean Richardson is the inbounder. Again, they need something quick. It's Davis. He got something quick, but he missed the rim. A little bit too quick. It's tough when you see that 1 on the shot clock. The inclination is to get it off immediately. He had a little bit more time to maybe set his feet before taking the shot, but regardless, it's just difficult with 1 on the clock to get anything good. Colin Wayne Scott gives it up top to Grant Mason. DeCunda looking for Wayne Scott again, curling around. He finds a Tim Agat on the drive. Agat gets around Anabadarte and scores. Tim Agat's got the long arms. He was able to stretch around the St. Francis big man. He's got 7 points now. Tied for a game high with Aitor Anabadarte. Merrick Small looking for his 6th, but he misses the 3-pointer. Stuck on 3 points for now. St. Ambrose has the ball back, leading by 7. Wayne Scott sets up the Bees offense, walking it off to the left side and pulling up at the 3-point line. Agat, pull-up jumper from the baseline, misses it. Rebound goes to Aitor Anabadarte. Under 6 minutes to play in the first half. St. Ambrose still has the lead. Anabadarte is able to get around Agat and now lofts it out to Sean Richardson, who's fouled by Grant Mason. Anabadarte was a little bit too deep there. Didn't know where to go with the ball. He jumped to avoid the travel. Had to get rid of the ball, so he just lobbed it out to Richardson. Kind of an ugly play, but it resulted in the foul because as Richardson went up to retrieve it, Grant Mason undercut him. So it's the 4th foul on St. Ambrose. Joffrey Nunnally, Delshawn Sims, Ben Fatz, Romel Davis, Aitor Anabadarte on the floor for St. Francis. Sims gets the screen, bounces for the cutting Fatz. Underneath the basket, Ben Fatz puts it up and in. First points for the senior center from Germany. St. Francis is within 5. St. Ambrose will try to extend it again. Wayne Scott bounces backwards, steps up to Davis, finds Austin Bourne at the top of the key. Wayne Scott has 11 seconds on the shot clock, rolling around the perimeter. Fired to his right. This is a drive from Ignacio DeCunda. Out to Agat, another 3. Tim Agat misses the 3-pointer, and the rebound goes to Ben Fatz. Saints put some pressure on the defense for St. Ambrose. And Romel Davis is fouled on his way to the hoop. Tripped up as he got inside, and still on the ground right now. He's helped to his feet. Foul's called on Austin Bourne, his 2nd. It is the 5th team foul. It'll result in free throws here for St. Francis. Aitor Anabadarte leading the way with 7 points. And chipping in with the janitorial work as well. He wipes down the lane. He put the towel to his face. Got a good reaction from the crowd. And Will Spriggs put his contact back in. He picked right up off the ground. So, you know, the fans are accustomed to being kind of grossed out by what people are putting on their face today. Romel Davis misses the first free throw. Saints are 0 of 3 at the line.
Also back for St. Ambrose, number 2, Will Spriggs.
Davis misses them both. Saints can't connect from the free throw line. They've missed 4 now. I said they were 0 of 3. That was not true. They were 1 of 4. So now they're 1 of 5. Merrick Small did make his free throw. Will Spriggs drives. Spriggs picks it up, gets it to Agat up top. DeCunda, deep 3. Too strong. Rebound tracked down by Joffrey Nunnally. Nunnally moving quickly, gives it up to Davis. Back to Aitor Anabadarte. Lobbed for Ben Fatz, high post. Davis behind the 3-point line, crosses over, drives the lane to his left, and he's fouled. Second time in a row that Romel Davis has been fouled, getting himself to the line. Foul was called on Tim Agat, senior from East Moline, Illinois. And a timeout, 4:26 on the clock. But off to a really rough start today. They're starting to turn things around a little bit. Doesn't help, though, that St. Ambrose has taken 9 more shots than St. Francis has. because of a combination of offensive rebounds and forced turnovers. Aitor Anabadarte looking around, finds Ben Fatz. Romel Davis was fouled just prior to the timeout. It was ruled that the foul occurred on the floor, so no free throws. Delshawn Sims shoots from the free throw line anyway and misses. Going back to St. Ambrose. Spriggs bounces to Narbona. Guillermo Narbona backs in on Ben Fatz. Finds the cutting Atim Agat, who backs it up behind the three-point line again. Agat drives, works his way in tight. Shot misses off the backboard. Good challenge from Anabadarte, and Ben Fatz came over as well. Joffrey Nunnally in the corner, guarded by Mason. Flings it outside, Aitor Anabadarte. Over to Sims. Bounce down low, Davis. Trying to get it to the cutter, but a little bit out of the reach of Aitor Anabadarte. Out of bounds. Another turnover committed by St. Francis. Atim Agat picked up his second foul about a minute ago. He's still on the floor, so Ray Shovlin's letting him play through it. Spriggs across half court. Gives it up to Narbona. Guillermo Narbona works his way right down the lane. Kicked outside, Agat. Drive from Spriggs. Spriggs pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line. Rolls around the rim and does not fall. Anabadarte comes soaring in for the rebound. Saints basketball down 5. Both teams have found themselves in an offensive rut once again. Seemed like they had both gotten out of it. But we haven't seen any points in this game from either team in over 2.5 minutes. Delshawn Sims gives to Ben Fatz. Shot clock at 5. Romel Davis fires the three and hits. So that ends our drought, and it gets St. Francis to within 2. As close as they've been since the score was 6-4. Drive from Spriggs. Dished off down low. Narbona knocks down the close range jumper from the right baseline. 6 points for Narbona. St. Ambrose ends their drought. It had been 4 minutes since they had last scored. We've had too many of those droughts in the first half. Both of these teams struggling on offense. The St. Ambrose defense, though, has provided them the spark they've needed to hold the lead throughout this first half. Davis spins into the paint. Up and under, no good. Fired ahead, Grant Mason going one-on-one with Nunnally. No good. Mason shook off Nunnally, but he got himself stuck underneath the basket. Anabadarte on the other side, too strong off the glass. Rebound St. Ambrose, B's on the move, it's Spriggs. Past Delshawn Sims and in. A little out of control there. St. Ambrose missed the fast break. St. Francis tried to strike quickly to no avail. And another fast break for St. Ambrose. They come up empty. Under a minute and a half to play in the first half. St. Ambrose has held the lead, but St. Francis is keeping it close, and now they'll get a chance to get closer from the free throw line. Aitor Anabadarte was fouled. Guillermo Narbona reached around his back. Bad foul against Narbona to foul a very good free throw shooter who didn't even have the ball. And I'll give him a 1-and-1. Saints have struggled from the line today. Before they go to the free throw line here, they'll head over to the bench to timeout. But that was just a one-time deal. Saints got hot offensively after that. And they've kept it pretty much within 2 possessions ever since. Aitor Anabadarte is at the free throw line. No, he's not actually. It's Joffrey Nunnally. So they assigned the foul to Grant Mason. I thought initially they had called it on Guillermo Narbona against Aitor Anabadarte. In fact, they got Grant Mason on Joffrey Nunnally. So Nunnally shooting free throws. I said that Anabadarte is the best free throw shooter on the team at 83%. Nunnally is also at 83%. Very few opportunities this year for him. He's only attempted 24 of them. But he's made 20. And now he's got a 1-and-1. And he makes the first. So the Saints are now 2 of 6 from the line. Colin Wainscott, Kieran Farrell, both on the floor for St. Ambrose. I'll tell you, if you told me one player on the St. Ambrose roster was from England, I would not guess Kieran Farrell. It'd be Colin Wainscott in a heartbeat. Just show me the names. One of these guys is British. It sounds like Colin Wainscott, right? It's got to be. But he's from Oswego. Kieran Farrell is from London. Joffrey Nunnally is from Lithia Springs, Georgia. And he makes both of his free throws. His first 2 points today. Saints are back within 4. Guillermo Narbona, double teamed. Looking for help, finds Farrell under the basket. Reverse layup is good. Nicely done, Kieran Farrell. Recognizing his teammate needed help, he found himself open and made the nice shot. 6-point game, final minute of play, first half. Here's Nunnally, back near the half-court logo. Over to Don Joachim. Joachim drives, he's blocked at the rim, and a foul called. Are they going to get Farrell or Agat here? Looks like Kieran Farrell.
Number 20, Kieran Farrell, his first personal, team's 8th. Don Joachim at the line for 2.
Tim Agat, by the way, is back down to 1 foul, so they reassigned one of his as well. Grant Mason is currently on the bench with 2. Don Joachim has 2 shots coming his way. Joachim misses. .68% on the season. Second attempt for Don Joachim. No good. So they got that brief respite from Joffrey Nunnally, but right back to their free throw shooting problems. They're 3 of 9 at the line today. Step back 3, Will Spriggs, short. St. Ambrose just cannot buy a 3-pointer right now. Joachim lobs it ahead for Nunnally. Nice fake by Nunnally, but stripped by Spriggs. Gets it back and scores. Good fake by Nunnally. Great hands by Will Spriggs. But a really nice job there by Joffrey Nunnally not to panic. Got the loose ball back, got the layup, and now Sean Richardson has a steal. Richardson lays it up and in. It's just a 2-point game with 8 seconds on the clock. St. Ambrose has to work quickly if they want to get another shot off. Narbona across half court, steps into a deep 3. No good, and that'll do it for the first half. Saints end the half strong. They get the bucket from Nunnally, the steal and layup. St. Ambrose led by as many as 9 points in the first half. They led all but about 45 seconds of the half. And now we'll see if St. Francis can turn things around in half number 2. St. Ambrose takes the opening possession, going from right to left now. Fighting Saints scored the final 4 points of the first half, so the Bees are trying to get them back here. Dacunda puts the ball on the floor, drives on Davis, gets to the rim and misses the layup. Ramel Davis takes it the other way. St. Francis can tie for the first time since it was 2-2, or lead for the first time since it was 2-0 on this possession. Merrick Small over to Joffrey Nunnally. Nunnally gets the screen, bounces inside to Small. Merrick Small down the lane, ties the score at 29. Just about 45 seconds into the second half, St. Francis finally draws even. 29 all, and now Delshawn Sims gets the steal. Sims going one-on-one with Mason, no good, and out of bounds going the other way. Big defensive stop for Grant Mason. He lost the ball on offense, but did not let that take him out of the play. Sims had the chance on a fast break to give the Fighting Saints the lead for the first time since the opening minute of play. Instead, we remain tied, and it's St. Ambrose ball. Drive from Narbona. Guillermo Narbona is fouled. It's going to be number 2 on Aitor Anabatarte.
Number 21, Aitor Anabatarte, his second personal, team's first foul of the second half.
Dacunda is the inbounder, finds Agat. Spriggs in the corner, picks up his dribble, needs help, finds it. Atim Agat. To the top of the key, Ignacio Dacunda spins around Davis, has the ball poked free. He gets it back, fighting for positioning inside. Short, second chance, yes. Ignacio Dacunda working hard for his second effort. Dacunda's got 6 points. St. Ambrose is back in front. We'll see how long it lasts. St. Ambrose has led this one since the opening minute. St. Francis tied it in the opening minute of the second half. Ramel Davis, bounce down low to Merrick Small. Small turns, has an easy layup. Dakunda tried to draw the charge, ended up falling down and taking himself out of the play. Spriggs kicks it outside, wide open. Guillermo Narbona short on the three. Again, the Saints have a chance to move ahead. Lobbed for Small. He gives it up to Anabararte, and Anabararte puts St. Francis in front. 33-31. Good ball movement on the break from the Saints. And Anabararte shows good judgment with the patience, letting the defense blow by, freeing himself up for the layup. First lead since 2-0. Spriggs to Dakunda, trying to take the lead back. Off the rim, they still can't hit a three. 1 of 14 from beyond the arc today. Davis in the corner. Bounces once and finds Merrick Small inside. Small spins around Agat and scores. Timeout called by St. Ambrose. 2 minutes, 51 seconds into the second half. Has a home game in the tournament as well. They got the 4 seed, so they'll take on Indiana South Bend, the 5 seed, tomorrow night. Most of the women's team is in attendance today. One of them, Simone Harrell, got an assist earlier, finding Will Spriggs' contact lens. See if she can do it in the game tomorrow. Grant Mason controls the ball for St. Ambrose. Mason kicks it to Agat, steps back behind the line and misses another three. Here's Delshawn Sims turning on the Jets, feeding Anabararte, who misses the layup. Anabararte gets his own rebound. Second chance is there. Just padding his own rebounding numbers. That's all that was. Anabararte closing in on a double-double. He's got 11 points now to go along with his 9 rebounds. Narbona working against Merrick Small. Narbona turns to face the basket, kicks it outside to Spriggs. Right back to Narbona, backing it on Small. Up with the right hand, short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Joffrey Nunnally. Nunnally sends it ahead for Ramel Davis. Davis blows by one defender, fouled by the second. Just feels like the Saints are playing with more of a spring in their step here in the second half. It has been a totally different style of basketball game, and they have controlled play, outscoring St. Ambrose 10-2 so far, with Davis going to the line for 2 shots. Ramel Davis missed both of his free throw attempts in the first half. 81% shooter for the season. Saints are a very good free throw shooting team overall, 77% this year. They have struggled today. Davis makes one here. They're 4 for 10 as a team from the line. But that was all in the first half. They went 3 of 9. They've looked like a different team in most ways here in the second half. See if that extends to the free throw stripe. So far, so good. They're 2 for 2. Austin Bourne back in the game for St. Ambrose, along with Kieran Farrell. Will Spriggs sets up the offense. Merrick Small challenged the pass to Bourne. St. Ambrose center was able to keep it alive. Spriggs drives, stripped by Nunnally, and Nunnally tries to save it. He knocks it off of St. Ambrose and out of bounds. Great play by Joffrey Nunnally. Ignacio Dakunda found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the Saints have forced as many turnovers in the second half as they did in the entire first. Nunnally down low to Small. Merrick Small fakes the shot, drives, reverse layup, no. Here's Dakunda, handoff to Spriggs. Will Spriggs at the free throw line, hands off to Kieran Farrell. 10 seconds off the shot clock so far. Dakunda drives, kicks, Bourne's corner 3. Austin Bourne knocks it down from the outside. His 4th made three-pointer of the year. And it finally breaks the spell that St. Ambrose has been under. They had been 1 of 15 from beyond the arc. And now they get their second. Still a 5-point lead for St. Francis. Anabararte triple team, finds the open Davis with the layup. Now if there are 3 defenders on you, probably somebody else is open. Anabararte gets the assist, finding Davis, who's now in double figures with 11 points. Spriggs drives right down the lane, flips it up and in. Gets a nice roll off the rim. Good touch from Will Spriggs. 8 points for him. St. Ambrose hanging around, down 5. 14 and a half minutes to play. Joffrey Nunnally backs it up, flips it across court to Delshawn Sims. Sims to Davis. Anabadarte at the elbow, swings it back around. Nunnally, deep three. Off the rim, rebound, grabbed by Anabadarte. Aitor Anabadarte fights it back up and draws the foul. Anabadarte fighting hard inside. He's got that double-double now. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 2 free throws coming his way. Because they had already clinched the tiebreaker against Indiana Northwest. So they knew even if they lost and Indiana Northwest won, the Saints would get the #1 seed in the conference tournament and officially the conference championship, which means even though it was a tie, the Saints get the automatic bid to the national tournament. Anabadarte's first free throw is good. Still, they wanted to finish the season strong. Whenever you have the chance, you want sole possession of that conference championship rather than a shared title. But they lost that game handily, came out slow tonight. It's been good to see the Saints pick up play here in the second half because they're going to need to play better than the way they did the last 60 minutes of basketball if they want to make some noise in this conference tournament. St. Ambrose is a tough first-round opponent, as evidenced by the fact that so it will be Olivet Nazarene taking on the winner of this game on Thursday. So I'm sure Olivet is watching the score of this one very closely, not just because they know it'll determine who they're playing, but if St. Ambrose is able to win, Olivet will actually host that game on Thursday. Agat misses the runner. Rebound knocked out of bounds by St. Ambrose. Starters back on the floor for St. Francis, with the exception of Ramel Davis. Nick Migo does remain on the floor. Saints are able to beat the full court press. Delshawn Sims on the far sideline, walks it back to the half-court logo. Picked up by Will Spriggs. He bounces to Merrick Small. Small, top of the key, gives to Delshawn Sims. 11 to shoot. Nunnally on the wing. Down low, Aitor Anabadarte posting up on Dacunda. Anabadarte backs into the paint. Turnaround jumper is good. It's a sweet shot on the turnaround from Aitor Anabadarte. He's got 15 points now to lead all scorers. Saints lead is back to double digits, 57-47. Just over 7 minutes to play. St. Ambrose is going to have to rediscover that stroke soon, although they have not played terribly on offense in this second half. But their defense has not been able to keep up at the same pace they were in the first. The Fighting Saints have picked up their shooting game. Deep three-pointer, Colin Wainscott is good. Wainscott's hit 2 in a row now. He's helping to keep St. Ambrose alive in this game. He's all of a sudden got 10 points, and it's just a 7-point contest. Now 3 of their last 4 from beyond the arc after starting 1 for 15. Half this possession gone for St. Francis. Merrick Small looking to pass. He bounces to Aitor Anabadarte on the baseline. Anabadarte again working with Dacunda, backing in, and a foul called on the floor on Ignacio Dacunda. That is the 3rd on Dacunda, 4th on the team. Shot clock resets to 20 as St. Francis inbounds from the baseline. Ramel Davis back in the game, so all 5 starters are on the floor for the Saints. Delshawn Sims is fouled near the sideline by Will Spriggs. 57-50. First time these two teams met up here in November was a low-scoring defensive battle, and then the second time they met up in Davenport in January was even lower scoring. This will probably end up being the most points scored in any game between these two teams this year. Bounce down low for Anabadarte. He's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. The high point total for either one of these teams against each other this year was the 66 that St. Francis scored against St. Ambrose back in November. Anabadarte at the free throw line for 2 shots, and the first one's good. First free throws of the day for Anabadarte, 83% on the season. He cans the second one, and he's got 17 points, 59-50. Wayne Scott, cross half court. Gives it up to DeCunda. Handoff Grant Mason, top of the key, picked up by Delshawn Sims. Mason crosses over, passes to his right. DeCunda, a few steps behind the three-point line, puts it on the floor, drives inside, up over Anabadarte and in. Nice drive by Ignacio DeCunda. He's had a few of those today. He now leads his team with 12 points. St. Ambrose trying to force the turnover, but St. Francis is just barely able to beat the 10-second clock across half court. Now they slow it down, as is their wont. Delshawn Sims turns around, walks to his left, bounces down low for Davis, and it's picked off. Wayne Scott saw that pass coming. He was able to jump in front of it. Colin Wayne Scott kicks to the wing. Agat, 2 dribbles into the paint, floats it up and in with the right hand. Atem Agat has 9 points. He pulls the Bees to within 5. St. Francis led by 12 just moments ago. The Fighting Bees have stuck around, and now they have made it a real ball game here, coming down to the final 5 minutes. Anabadarte out to Sims. Joffrey Nunnally right back to Sims on the wing. Down low, Anabadarte passes out of the double team to Merrick Small, and Grant Mason comes up with a block just underneath the basket. Big time block from Grant Mason. St. Ambrose can pull within 1 score here. Wayne Scott bounces up top to DeCunda. Back to Wayne Scott. He's been the hot hand, but not this time. He misses the 3 from the left wing, and the rebound goes to Ramel Davis. Both offenses have gone cold. We saw this happen a number of times in the first half. Second half's been a little bit more smooth up until the last 2 to 3 minutes. Davis nearly loses the ball. Now he does lose it, and it's scooped up by Spriggs. Spriggs takes it into the teeth of the defense and lays it in over Anabadarte. Will Spriggs pulls St. Ambrose to within 3. St. Francis hasn't hit a field goal in about 3 minutes, and Ryan Marks wants to talk that over for Delshawn Sims and Merrick Small. And St. Ambrose maintains that full court pressure. They haven't been able to force any turnovers with the press, but ever since they started pressing, the Saints haven't been shooting as well, so there may be some correlation there. Just throwing them off their game just a little bit. Richardson up top to Davis. 9 to shoot for Joffrey Nunnally. Bounced out to Anabadarte, who nearly had it stolen. Anabadarte fights his way inside, misses off the glass. Rebound Ben Fatz, Saints re-rack it. Down low Anabadarte, reverse layup, no, didn't get the roll. Rebound tipped around, it finds Joffrey Nunnally. Second offensive rebound in a row for the Fighting Saints. Anabadarte lines it up for 3 and misses. And another rebound for the Saints. Ben Fatz is fouled, going after the loose ball. St. Francis keeps it alive. They've had the ball for a full minute now, keeping possession alive 3 separate times. And Ben Fatz goes to the free throw line for 1 and 1. Saints haven't hit a field goal in over 4 minutes, but if they can get themselves to the line now, they won't necessarily have to. Front end is good. One more for Ben Fatz. Ignacio DeCunda back in for Kieran Farrell. That was the 7th foul against St. Ambrose. So the Saints are in the bonus the rest of the way. Like I said, they're not shooting the ball very well right now. But with as little time as there is left in this game, they could theoretically salt it away entirely from the line, whether or not they make any shots from the field. Their free throw game has picked up considerably. Just 3 of 9 from the line in the first half. They're 8 for 8 in the second. Atem Agat works his way inside. Out to Mason in the corner. 3 ball is good. Grant Mason finally on the board. First points of the game. And St. Ambrose remains hot from the outside. 4 for their last 6. Ben Fatz gives it up to Joffrey Nunnally. Nunnally back to Fatz. Down low. Aitor Anabadarte works underneath the basket. Double team. Kicked out to Nunnally. Shot clock is at 5. Joffrey Nunnally gives to Ramel Davis. Davis drives on Mason. No good from the baseline. Fight for the loose ball, and we've got a tie-up. Possession arrow to St. Francis. That means the Fighting Saints will get to start another possession with 20 on the shot clock. That will not count as an offensive rebound, just like the one on the last possession from Ben Fatz didn't, because he was fouled going after it, but it works as well as an offensive rebound would have. They've got 12 offensive boards now. Second chance points, 13. St. Ambrose has been good in that regard as well. They've got 9 second chance points off of 7 offensive rebounds, but obviously the Saints' numbers are a little better. 2:37 to play. Into Anabararte, who lays it in, and finally St. Francis gets another bucket. That's their first one in 5 minutes, and yet they led the whole way. Their 12-point lead was cut down to 2. Now it's back up to 4, 63-59, 2:20 to go. Will Spriggs is stripped and fouled. That's only the 3rd foul this half on St. Francis. So Spriggs will not get free throws out of it. First foul on Nunnally. And Mason will inbound from the baseline. Mason can't find anyone, looking for Colin Wainscott, and Wainscott was held by Sean Richardson. So after committing just 2 fouls in the first 17 and a half minutes of this second half, St. Francis has committed 2 fouls in the last second. DeCunda out to Spriggs behind the 3-point line. Over to Wainscott, fakes the 3. Richardson closes in quickly. Wainscott backs up and resets. Back at half court with 10 to shoot. Wainscott pulls up just inside the 3-point line, misses the jumper off the back iron. Rebound deflected towards the sideline, knocked out of bounds, and last touched by Colin Wainscott. Anabararte was able to deflect it off of Wainscott. The officials are going to talk it over to make sure they've got the call right. And it is St. Francis ball. Good play by Anabararte. And now with 2 minutes to go, St. Francis is in position to start to put this game away. Up by only 4. They're certainly not going to end it on this possession, but their recent possessions have been lasting 30 or more seconds thanks to offensive rebounds. I think they would just as soon score the first time around. Anabararte walks across half court and runs clock as expected. He gives to Sean Richardson. Richardson still has not made a move with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Now he does. Bounced over to Anabararte. Back out to Richardson behind the 3-point line. Nunnally up top. Blanketed by Spriggs. Over to Davis. 4 to shoot. Ben Fatz from the corner working against Austin Bourne. And that's a shot clock violation. So that was mission number 2, run some clock. Mission number 1 was to score. So they got 1 out of 2 on that possession. 1:30 on the clock. Grant Mason across half court, gives it to Colin Wainscott. Back to Mason. Approaching 1 minute to play in regulation. Wainscott backed up by Ramel Davis. And a foul called on Davis. He gave a forearm shove to Ignacio DeCunda, who was setting a screen. So Davis is called for his second. Foul number 5 on St. Francis. Davis checks out. And Don Joachim checks in for defensive purposes. 72 seconds to play. St. Ambrose not out of it by any means. They need a bucket right here. Spriggs walks up to the 3-point line. Crosses over, stripped by Joachim. And that's why he came in for defense. Joachim gives to Nunnally. Joffrey Nunnally blocked at the rim by Atem Agat. And Spriggs cannot save it. So it will stay with St. Francis, 22 to shoot. Huge steal from Don Joachim. The block from Atem Agat was big as well, but for Agat, the block was only part of the equation. He needed to keep it in bounds as well, and the Bees were not able to do that. Saints can run 22 seconds here, and if they can run that 22 seconds and score, it is going to be a really tall order for St. Ambrose to make the comeback. I don't think the Bees are going to be looking to foul just yet, but if they let St. Francis run the whole shot clock here, They are going to have their backs against the wall. Davis over to Anabadarte. Up top, Ben Fatz, under 10 to shoot. Richardson, down low, Anabadarte. Anabadarte faces the basket, misses the jumper. Rebound got. So the Saints ran some clock, but for the second straight possession, did not score. Will Spriggs quickly to the rim. No good, no foul called. Rebounded by St. Francis. And now St. Ambrose needs to take the ball away or foul. And Agat fouls Joffrey Nunnally, not the guy they wanted to send to the line. Will Spriggs is in disbelief that no foul was called on his way to the basket. There was a lot of contact there. The officials ruled that Saints went straight up for it. Nothing unnecessary on the defensive end. And now 23.1 on the clock as Joffrey Nunnally lines up for free throws. Still 1-1 here. Joakim comes back in for defense. Joffrey Nunnally's got 7 points today. The junior guard is 2 for 2 at the free throw line. And he misses the front end of the 1-1. So here comes St. Ambrose with a chance to make it a one-score game. Atim Agat for 3, off the mark. Fight for the rebound, still loose on the floor, and it's out of bounds on St. Ambrose. Grant Mason was fighting for it, but his feet were on the baseline. So when he touched the ball, it was out of bounds. And now the Saints will get it back with 11.6 on the clock. Saints have left the door open. They have just the one field goal in the last 7.5 minutes. St. Ambrose has had 2 opportunities in the final minute. They've not been able to make either one of them pay off. Will Spriggs thought he was fouled on the last possession. That time they got the 3-point attempt from Atim Agat, not able to finish it off. And now if St. Francis gets it in, St. Ambrose has to foul immediately. That's what happens. And it's Nunnally going back to the free throw line. Nunnally missed the front end of the 1-1 on the last possession. A surprise from a guy who does not miss often. But now he has a chance to atone with another 1-1. Whether he makes, misses, splits, it'll be a 2-possession game when St. Ambrose gets the ball back, no matter what. Nunnally's first shot misses again. And a foul called on Ben Fatz on the rebound. Not a huge deal. It's only number 6. Joffrey Nunnally, an 83% foul shooter, has missed twice in the closing minute. And essentially, it's been 4 misses because both times it's been the first of a 1-1. Still a 2-possession game, though. St. Ambrose needs to score immediately. They have to go the length of the floor. And they have to do it in 10.4 seconds. They added a little bit of time to the clock. Here's Will Spriggs streaking down the sideline. Spriggs pull up for 3. No good. Rebound Ben Fatz, and that should do it. 3.1 seconds on the clock as Ben Fatz is fouled. He'll go to the line. That was number 10 on St. Ambrose. So this is a 2-shot foul, regardless of what happens on the first one. And in any case, a 2-score game with 3 seconds to go. There does not appear to be enough time for St. Ambrose to come back in this one. The whole first half was defensive oriented. Neither team shot well. It was a very tough grind them out 20 minutes. Second half, things changed. Both teams' offense picked up, especially St. Francis's. They got hot for a while. But these last few minutes have been a return to the first half. Baskets have been very difficult to come by. And for St. Ambrose, they've had 3 chances down 4 and have not been able to convert on any of them. Now a 6-point game with 3 seconds left. Mason from half court doesn't get it, and that'll do it. St. Ambrose wins, and they advance. 65-59, our final score. The number 1 seed in this CCAC tournament got a scare But they will be playing on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. They'll be playing Olivet Nazarene. Saints scored just once from the field in the last 7.5 minutes of this game. They were held to one field goal and a handful of free throws, but St. Ambrose was completely scoreless for the last 3+ minutes. And it was a game that both teams just found way too many stretches where they couldn't put the ball in the basket. Unfortunately for St. Ambrose, they had just one more than St. Francis did. Individual totals today, Aitor led the way with 19 points, finished with a double-double with 11 rebounds.